Well, hello there, my fellow Doombots, and you know that your Doombot loves the Minecraft movie. I watched it, I really enjoyed it. It was a great theater experience. And let me tell you, this movie is making the big bucks. It's making Scrooge McDuck type of money. But I did not know that the Minecraft movie is literally responsible for destroying theaters. There's an absolute shit show going on outside, and these kids these days, they see a meme and they're going mental in the cinema. And I just watched this video earlier today and I thought to myself, you know what? I covered the good of the movie, but I think it's also time that I show the reality of what kind of effect a memeable cinematic masterpiece as the Minecraft movie has on the theater experience. So without further ado, I'm going to be reacting to this free C video, one of the better movie review channels out there. Let's get into it.
Flint and steel, chicken jockey.
Great outfit.
I am steel.
La, 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 la.
You know when you have a substitute teacher and the class starts acting like a fool because the real teacher...
I just want to point out real quick, this dude has the setup of my dream. Look at these beautiful popcorn buckets. Gosh darn it, man. This dude has it all figured out, hasn't he? Chef's kiss right there.
ain't there. But then the next day, the substitute left a note, and that teacher read it and discovered how much of troublemakers you were in. You think you're getting in trouble. You think the teacher's going to yell at you. But she just comes in and says, I'm disappointed.
Oh, that hurts.
Minecraft fans, that's me right now. I'm disappointed. The Minecraft movie has now released in theaters, and it is quickly becoming a huge financial success, racking in over $300 million in 1 week.
$300 million plus dollars. That's crazy. This movie is on its way to cracking $1 billion. The Jack Black's new Minecraft movie is gonna join the $1 billion mark. So 100%, we need a sequel to this. And once again, we need Nacho Libre 2.
Already breaking records for being the highest grossing video game opening, outbeating Inside Out 2's opening weekend. The Minecraft movie is headed to $1 billion, and I thought
Inside Out 2, by the way, was the biggest box office draw from last year in 2024. Inside Out 2 made the most money of any single movie, and I did not expect that, but it did. That's crazy.
Was maybe going to do a spoiler review or a spoiler live stream, but the phenomenon that is happening right now in theaters with audiences,
you know, what we just saw was just insanity. I like an active theater. One of my favorite cinematic experiences was watching Guardians of the Galaxy, and the entire theater was sold out and everybody was laughing at every single joke. Everybody was having a great time. When I watched the Minecraft movie, also, I was enjoying it. We were a bunch of nerdy kids with their Minecraft popcorn buckets. Everybody was having a great time. I think I was laughing the loudest of everybody because I found out that this movie was directed by Jared Hess, and I love his humor. But there is a certain point where you're going too far. And when you're throwing popcorn at strangers, that's just a little bit too crazy, man.
Who go watch it and are causing such crazy mayhem, throwing popcorn, soda at strangers, cops are being called, and movies are being paused halfway.
They're literally destroying the cinema experience. You know, I love kids just having a good time. I'm happy that there are like younger teenagers going to the cinema, but it's too far. It just goes a little bit too far. You're gonna see later in the video.
Through. Let's talk about this mayhem. Please, as I'm going down below, I need to know your opinion on this. Do you think it's just kids having fun and we're being a bit of the fun police? Does behavior like this ruin other people wanting to go see movies in theaters? Should studios encourage more meme-like movies so that they can get financial success like the Minecraft movies have?
I don't know. You cannot force like a meme-like movie. I think that the Minecraft movie only works because Jack Black is going 100% Jack Black. You cannot force something like this. Just the same with like the Barbie Oppenheimer effects. These stuff just goes organically, as far as I know, right? Maybe somebody in the comments can enlighten me, but as far as I know, this internet meme culture goes, and it has a life of its own.
Evan, I'd love to hear it from you guys. Okay, so yes, the weekend was quickly beginning, and people were rushing out to go see the Minecraft movie, as I figured. And well, leading up to the Minecraft film, there's been a lot of great memes, right? I know I've been walking around my house going, Flint and Steel, Chicken Jockey,
Chicken Jockey.
So it didn't surprise me at all.
Pearl. Oh yeah. No, I think it's Swedish. It might be my favorite.
When I started seeing videos like this of people in the theater.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Who are these guys?
Oh, these dudes? They're the villagers. They love crushing water.
Chicken Jockey. You know, I was doing the same thing because I was watching it with a couple friends in the theater when I watched first time. I might be going again for a second time because I had a great theater experience. And yes, the people, they were yelling out the one-liners, but besides yelling out the one-liners, we were just having a good time. Yeah, so I don't really have a problem with what we just witnessed. That's fine with me.
Flint and Steel.
Flint and Steel.
And I'm gonna say right away, I have no
that's
problem
crazy,
with this.
bro. That's a crazy cosplay. Holy shit. Imagine go to the theater, you see this dude show up. Holy shit, man. Oh, I love nerds. It just imagine I'm sweating in this mask. Imagine when you're fucking wearing this foam costume. That's insane.
Clapping and cheering at the memeable moments, but then getting quiet.
What in the Steve is going on? Oh man, that is so funny. That's so funny, man.
Continue on with the rest of the film. Love it. And if anything, I wish my theater was like that when I went to go see the movie. Because I know experiences like that just make the movie that much more fun. I mean, some of my memorable theater moments were Avengers Endgame, Infinity War, Spider-Man No Way Home. When you're in a theater filled with strangers and you're all clapping and cheering for something happened on screen, that's just
I remember this Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield moment. When I watched this in the cinema twice, and every single time, well, when I watched it, people were like yelling, wooing at the theater screen when you saw these dudes show up, the Spider-Man, the OG Spider-Man. And yeah, it was a great time. I really enjoyed it.
a magical moment, and I think everybody should experience
that.
Yeah, of course. But what followed later on was not magical at all.
No? Yeah, this is not cool. Yeah, this is stupid, bro. This is just your basically assaulting people. You're just throwing freaking popcorn and drinks on people, and that's so stupid. That's so dumb. You're just literally assaulting strangers in a cinema. There's one thing like yelling the one-liner, which I think is fine, and laughing, of course, but throwing food at other people, I think this is so dumb, and that's literally just assault.
Everybody jump on! Chicken Jockey! Chicken Jockey!
You know, the chicken jockey thing is good, but you're just throwing stuff at strangers. You know, families bring their little kids to the theater, and this is how you act about it. I think this is just stupid. I know it's funny for like a second, but you have no empathy for like other people when you go too far, you know? It's a little bit too much, man. Oh.
Quickly, these
oh man, it's so stupid. You're just throwing stuff at people. You don't know these people, you know? It's one thing if you have like a private screening, or maybe if it's like at like I don't know what the context is for this to be okay. I just think it's going a little bit too far. So I want to be on this side because then I can look at these cool Minecraft movie buckets.
Innocent fun experiences became very exaggerated and almost dangerous.
The guys in the back that body slammed it up with you, all of you guys are not welcome here anymore.
But I was kind of shocked at some of the rituals and repetitive things that would happen. Like, okay, Starting off, before we get to cops being called or movies being paused, one thing I was seeing done at multiple theaters was that there would be one fan right before the Minecraft screening trying to give a speech to the audience.
They wrote a whole speech. Oh, you can see that girl right there. She has that cool creeper popcorn bucket. They get okay.
Yes.
Okay, I think this is funny. Get the fuck down now. Bro, it's an insurance commercial. What is this Karen doing here? Like that? That's fine. Let him do his little speech. It's during the commercials. Who cares?
Right now, this is gonna be our childhood. We know. Shut up. Get down.
If I was a conspiracy theorist, I would be like, these are paid actors. Warner Brothers
No,
sent
bro,
the
it's
people
just
to do
a
this because
kid
how do so many
practicing
people
for his
think
PowerPoint
I'm gonna
Minecraft
give a
presentation.
speech before the movie about how important this is? Now, most of the people did not even get 2 words out, but there was one man, one hero that managed to get a full speech in
what was
and
the
rile up
speech?
the crowd. Let's roll it.
Let's roll it.
All Minecraft lovers, I have prepared a speech for you, all Minecraft fans and movie enjoyers. Today we are about
He's
to
reading
bring
out of the
heat,
Minecraft
not
Bible.
just cinema. From the first time we stepped into the first world we ever made, to this movie today, built our first house.
This dude's a
and
G,
our first
man.
wall.
He's wearing the
Life has
Thug
never
Life
felt the
sunglasses.
same. We finally have a meaning, a purpose to keep pushing forward. I would love all of us to take a moment. And
Oh
realize the
man,
moment of
PC
our
Films is a
lives.
legend, bro.
Now everyone with me, say we are Minecraft on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Minecraft! Y'all can get
I'm
behind
not gonna
this.
lie, I'm still
This is
at the
dope.
part where I think this is totally acceptable and
This is
fine,
dope. This is
especially
good.
because it's during the previews and a lot of the commercials. Like this lady who was yelling at the kid.
We know. Shut up. Get down.
Why is she so mad?
Imagine being so mad. Oh man, the lady probably has a real bad day or something going on. Imagine yelling at a kid. Shut the fuck up. I'm trying to watch these commercials.
Mad. She's just missing out on an insurance commercial on the screen. I got a little green gecko you could call that'll fix that problem, lady. Let him have his speech and moment.
That's
So,
stupid.
still on board with the Mayhem.
Oh.
Still think it's actually kind of funny and memeable. But then the movie begins.
No,
and
this is-
some people
this is
are
too
just
much.
screaming to the
This is way too much. This is just not cool. This is going over what is this is literally assaulting strangers.
top of their lungs with every scene. We have
Bro.
people standing on top of each other's shoulders, throwing
too
popcorn
much.
out, even full-on sodas at the screen. All right, come on now. We got
This is not good. This is not good. Sodas. That's even worse. That's not cool at all. Like, what do you think is gonna happen? Of course you're gonna get kicked out of the cinema. You should get like banned from the cinema if you're throwing sodas at like random people who are sitting in front of you, probably families with their kids, and you're throwing sodas at them. My dude, come on, have some class. I get that you're excited, and I'm super happy that these kids are excited for a movie in the theater, and I love having great experiences as a kid myself in the theater with my friends, particularly watching the Marvel movies, you know, and just having such a good time and wooing at the screen when something cool happens and afterwards talking about it. But I never throw anything at anybody, and this is just not cool behavior. It's not cool.
think about the employees here. I truly feel so bad for
Yeah.
whoever was working the weekend that the Minecraft movie came out, because they not only had to deal with so much disgusting popcorn
Damn.
and liquids on the floor. I feel more awful for the guy who had to pause the movie just to tell the audience to come.
Literally have to pause the movie. How far are you taking it that an employee has to come out and tell y'all that you have to quiet down? Like, come on. Serious? They have to stop the movie just because y'all cannot get your shit together? I sound like a disappointed parent right now, man. This is not cool at all. I get it, you're excited, but this is just too much. Too much.
Calm down. Here's a couple of those moments.
We'll stop it. You won't get kicked out. It's not.
Calling it a crash out? What do you mean a crash out? It's doing his job. Number one thing that this guy probably has to do is keep it clean, keep it safe in the theater. It's not funny. It's not funny. And I think that the person who quoted that should be banned from the cinema, because it's like, I don't believe that you're a bad person, but what you're doing right there is you're normalizing being an egocentric asshole in a theater. That's what you're doing by posting this type of stuff. It's not cool at all.
Funny. I get a refund. You guys just need to grow up and watch your movie. It's not funny, guys. It's really embarrassing.
I've had to refund multiple families now because of all the teenagers in here.
Serious. That's what I'm talking about. Multiple families. And this can be a reason for a family not to go back to the cinema ever again. And that's a theater missing out on like $100. Like a ticket right now is like $20. I don't know. It's really expensive to go to the theater and take a whole family, your wife, your 3 kids, yourself. You're spending almost $100, and that's not even with food and drinks and all this stuff, to give your children, give your family like a fun experience, and then for it to be ruined by people who are only there to get like clout via some Snapchat stuff or some TikTok bullshit is not cool, man. Like, imagine yourself being in that situation when you are a little kid and out of nowhere freaking a drink is being thrown at your head. You can laugh at it because you think, oh, what is it? Because you think, oh, it's not going to happen to me. But at the end of the day, you are ruining someone's experience and making them not feel safe in the cinema, which is killing the experience of going to a theater, which is already something that's dying out. And yeah, this is not the place or the time. I understand if you have like a house party and then you want to go crazy or whatever. That's your own thing. But you're doing this, and you, by making this crazy thing, what you're doing by taking advantage of this venue and basically just being like, oh, it's all about me. I'm going to have the crazy reaction. I'm going to tell everybody how insane I went. You're destroying somebody else's experience, which at the end of the day can destroy the theater experience, and then people might never come back. Like, I know it's a big word, but people might get traumatized from this by getting a freaking drink thrown at their head. You know, it's not cool. And yeah, I feel really sad for the families who had to go out of the theater, ask for a refund, because these kids just took it too far. I understand, you know, you want to be part of like this hype culture of, want to be part of the zeitgeist, have a good time, be a part of the meme. But at a certain point, you're taking it too far when you're hurting other people. That's what my motto is: live and let live. You can do whatever you want to do as long as you're not hurting other people. And what I think is happening here is people are hurting other people just by trying to fit in with this internet stuff. Yeah, it's like disassociating what you're doing with reality, and in reality, you are hurting families, people around you. And maybe I'm taking it too serious, but I don't think so, man. I think this is messed up. I think this is really messed up.
If I have to do it again, you're all getting kicked out and leaving. Understand? It's not playing until I hear yes out of that row right there. Yes, sir. Are we good?
This is also not a cool position for this dude to be in, you know. You don't want to be stressed out at work, yelling at some strange kids. You don't want to do that. You just want to have people have a good time at the cinema. This is just, yeah. I think you should be ashamed of yourself if you're posting this.
Come on, guys.
Enough already. Be mature and watch the movie, please.
And I know what you're thinking. I know what you're going to write in those comment sections. Typical American audiences. We don't allow this in the UK or over in our luscious theaters. Well,
let me tell you, okay? Let me tell you right now. We ain't got this shit in Latveria. You do this stupid stuff in Latveria, man, the Duma's gonna rip your eyeballs out, okay? Let that be clear. This is not happening in Latvian theaters. Because Dr. Doom has a really strict policy on you destroying other people's theater experience. So, you better cut this bullshit out, because before you know it, you will all be under that very rule, and Dr. Doom has decided no fucking around during the movie theater. You can only woo when Dr. Doom rips out Josh Brolin's spine while he's playing Thanos. Otherwise, shut up, watch your movie, and be quiet. Facts.
Show you this clip.
If you could please be quiet throughout the film, I'll be very grateful. Okay? If anyone is upset
Be
about
quiet,
the
please.
Please come down to concessions after.
It's happening everywhere.
Have a word with us and we'll be able to...
You know what I want to see? I want to see the Australian and the French version next. No, I don't want to see any versions of this next. I want y'all to just enjoy your theater experience, say the funny one-liners, have a good time, and then throw drinks at each other in your backyard. Okay? Just do that. Thanks.
Sort out. So if you can please remain quiet during the film, because you're ruining the experience for other people.
Just sad. You have to pause the movie for this? Just sad. I'm so happy I watched it in a theater filled with good little Minecraft nerds with their popcorn buckets. And I'm really happy that I did not have this, because I would have thrown some fisticuffs if some people had done this type of stuff. Okay?
I'll be very grateful. Thank you very much.
Bye.
I will admit though, the giant
Shut your mouth. Bye. Fucking dumbass.
difference between that audience getting yelled at and their response to the employee compared to the American one.
You won't get kicked out. It's not funny.
Can I get a refund?
Over in that country, they got yelled at. They're like, okay, I'm sorry, mate. Thank you, goodbye. Over here in the US, we try to tell people to calm down and they just laugh.
I don't know. These are only little kids doing it, you know. They're just having their little moment, but I hope they get disciplined by their parents afterwards. Because let me tell you, man, they're acting like brats.
Laugh at the guy. I think what's blowing my mind the most about this, it's not even the fact that cops were called in a couple of screenings. I had a family member who took their grandchild to go see the movie, and cops had to be called, and the parents had to pick up those kids. And we have...
Wait, serious? That's crazy. They were so out of hand, they had to call cops. That is crazy, man. That is so stupid.
Videos of a couple of times because some kids just randomly throwing popcorn at strangers
What the
and
hell,
yelling a
man?
Minecraft quote.
Bro, that's not cool. It's not like you're throwing a hand of popcorn, which is also not cool, but you're throwing the entire bucket at another person. That's just too far. That's basically just assault. You're just throwing an object at another person. You were assaulting another person. That's just a fact.
To me, what's surprising is that there's literally like hundreds of these videos online. Like, I was saving as many as I could.
I'm happy I'm not on social media, really. YouTube is the only thing I really do. I got IG, but I'm not really on that thing because it keeps on showing me weird stuff. God damn it. If I hadn't seen this video by 3C Films, I would not have known that this shit was going on. And I'm happy to be oblivious from it, but I saw it and I was just like, gee, man. In Lord Doom's name, what is going on?
For this specific YouTube video, and I was just running out of space of video storage because it was endless. And the culprits all seem to be the same thing. Little middle school teenage kids without their parents there. And that's exactly why movies like Sonic and even Minecraft are rated PG. To allow those kind of kids to go without parental supervision.
I'm so happy that there are kids, teenagers going to the theater and having a good time at the cinema. It was my favorite thing to do when I was in high school. It was get my friends together, go to a theater, and watch the newest MCU movie. That's what I used to do. And that was just one of the things that was the glue for my French circle, you know? That's just what we did. We talked about like movies, we talked about Game of Thrones, we talked about whatever was going on. And yeah, that was just a big part of our friendship. So I'm happy that there are still people, teenagers, middle schoolers, excited to go to the theaters. But this just goes too far, in my opinion. It just goes too far.
Vision, and it's working for them. They're getting that money, but man, are they destroying the theater experience for a lot of people. This is, I guess, where I'm gonna sound like the fun police a little bit, but dude, it's this kind of stuff why a lot of people don't want to go to a theater. Can you imagine being the person who is unaware of these Minecraft memes, unaware of all the jokes, and they just thought they were gonna see a regular
That would be insanity. Like, what is going on that out of nowhere you get a freaking Minecraft creeper popcorn bucket thrown at your head? Everybody's yelling at every single thing that Jack Black says. Gosh darn it, man.
comedy with Jack Black and two dudes next to them just going, Flint and Steel.
Flint and Steel.
Chicken Jockey. They must have been extremely confused. I also think it's hilarious that it was the Minecraft movie that ended up getting these kind of crowds, because we have been through a lot of sweaty crowds. We've talked about the Marvel crowds. We just seem to clap and cheer and move on. Yeah. Clapping and cheering happened when I watched Sonic 3. There was some clapping and cheering when I was watching Super Mario. Bro, even when the Minions had their own version of a meme, it was about people dressing up in tuxedos.
Look, the Minions? That people were dressing up in tuxedos, that was really funny. I had a lot of fun watching those videos online of dudes showing up in tuxedos to watch the Minion movie. Like, that might have been my favorite, even though I don't really watch the Minions. Just watching people in tuxedos go to the theater and doing that is a great fandom.
Going to the theater and acting like gentlemen. Minecraft fans, look at yourself in the mirror and know that the Minion fans, the people who love little yellow dudes that scream banana, acted better than you. It's honestly a little funny, but I want to talk a little bit about like the repercussions of this, because yes, it's a one and done phenomenon. And if anything, this is what I think Sony was thinking was going to happen whenever they were trying to play into the Morbin time quote with Morbius. You know, they re-released it and that movie flopped twice.
That's
honestly,
so funny.
Studios beg for this kind of marketing.
So Morbius came out, it tanked, nobody watched it, and then like it went viral with all of the memes with "it's Morbin time," and I don't know, just a bunch of stupid stuff, like people making YouTube poops of Morbius. And because of that traction, Sony was like, oh, we gotta re-release it. Then they re-released it, and nobody got out to the theater to watch it. And then they started a second petition and saying to Sony, oh, I'm sorry, Sony, we were all busy that weekend. Can you re-release it again? That was funny as fuck.
And attention to the film because it produces dollar signs.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Movie did it. So there's gonna be other studios that try to lean more into just outrageous, dumb quotes, trying to
I'm sorry, but the only reason this worked is because it was Jack Black. And everybody from this generation and the generation after me, everybody just knows who Jack Black is. And it's Jack Black's energy and how he delivers a line that makes it a meme, you know? I don't know. If this movie was just Jason Momoa, there would not have been any memes. If this movie was, I don't know, freaking Bradley Cooper, there wouldn't be any memes. This only worked because it was Jack Black. You know, it was just the perfect combination of internet culture, just Jack Black being who he is, and that kind of stuff. So I don't know how another movie is going to be able to lean into it, because it, in a weird way, it's organic. The Minecraft movie is organic because it's Jared Hess doing his Jared Hess thing, directing Jack Black, letting Jack Black just do his thing, exactly what he did with him in Nacho Libre. And yeah, the silliness of it all is what makes it an organic meme, and you cannot force something like this, you know? You cannot have, I don't know, freaking Ryan Gosling saying goofy one-liners and then it becomes a meme. Then it just becomes try-hard. And this movie is a lot of things, but it's not try-hard, in my opinion.
A little traction on TikTok for even a smidgen of this kind of success. And so I really want to pose the question to you whether we should allow that, because the theater chain Regal, their CEO recently spoke about possibly allowing screenings where you can text on your phone. Heck, you can even smoke.
You can smoke some marijuana.
marijuana during your
100%. What I think about this, yeah, I want to have theaters that you can go there and people are just smoking a doobie, smoking a J. Not, yeah, just if there is a specific theater room, like you have the IMAX room, you got the 4DX room, you got like the one, yeah, that's the chair one. Then you have the lounge room, and then you also got the smoking room. So I want one room in the theater where you can just smoke a big doobie, you know, no cigarettes, no cigars, just pure marijuana. Okay, I would be 100% approving that, you know. I wouldn't go to it every single time, I think, but I would frequent that cinema screening. But yeah, I don't know. You can also just smoke before, eat something during. But yeah, I would not be mad at this. Oh, and in Latvia, you can already smoke in a theater, so because it's 100% legalized by Dr. Doom. Check it out. It's a fact.
screening. That's a real thing a theater CEO is considering
Smart
just
thing.
so that they
Real
can
smart.
keep people going. And it sounds awful. It sounds terrible.
What?
But think about the dollar signs this is bringing to the
Dollar,
theater. It's
dollar
making
bill,
the
y'all.
employees' lives horrible. But that's not what the CEOs are caring about. They're caring about whether their theater's making money. And if some 10-year-old wants to buy a large popcorn just to throw it at the screen, I think they want to make that sacrifice.
You think so? But because if that one 10-year-old buys a popcorn to throw it at the screen, but he throws it at a family, the 10-year-old is going to be maybe like $30 is what the 10-year-old is going to bring to the cinema. But the family is going to miss you like maybe $150, maybe $150 until $200 of money is going away from the theater because the experience is ruined. So I disagree with Freesy on this particular argument he's giving, because if you check the numbers, that doesn't really make any sense.
And so to think that there could be a world where one day they have separate tickets for quiet screenings, just like when you get into an
Sure.
Uber and you can pick whether to be talkative, set the temperature to warm or cold. There could be a future where you buy a movie theater ticket and you have the option. Would you like a quiet screening or would you like a clapping and cheering screen?
But there's also like already sing-along screenings. There are already meme screenings for like the movie The Room, where people can bring their own spoons. So there are already, some theaters already have this type of stuff. Like, so yeah, okay, fine, I guess.
We also offer teenager throws a bucket of soda at you. It's half-price ticket. You might want to take that offer. I mean, why not? If I could
If you sit in the back, maybe you'll be fine. Or just bring a big water gun. Maybe it's fun in the theater maybe it's fun in the summer, but they should also include like a shower that you can take afterwards.
guarantee to get a quiet theater, let's take that. But for some movie, if I want to have that hoot and hollin' time, I'll pay the extra $2 for a hoot and hollin' theater. Or
Sure.
maybe it would be a discounted price. I don't know. Is hootin' and hollering extra? Is it theaters? It's a really unique and fascinating situation for me as a movie theater fan. And I'm telling you, this isn't a one and done thing.
I will be so sad if theaters go away. Watching a movie in the cinema is just the best way to experience it. Some of my friends just hate going to the theater, but I guess it's just because they're broke as fuck. And I get it. The theater is super expensive. The only way I can afford it is by having like an unlimited, like I have like a subscription to my theater. But without that, no way I could afford to go to the cinema, because it's too much money. But watching a movie, a Marvel movie or a new Mission Impossible movie, the weekend it comes out with a full theater with enthusiastic people who are excited to see it. It's nothing better than that.
They're gonna try to replicate this. I'm thinking about the movies that'll have this same experience, and Five Nights at Freddy's 2, they'll probably want to outdo the Minecraft fans
You
in
think
these
so?
type of viral moments. And again,
Just
just to
gotta check
reiterate,
back.
I love clapping and cheering in the theater. I know there's a lot of people that had these kind of audiences that were still respectful throughout the majority of the movie.
Yeah.
And I kind of fully support
That was my
I know
audience.
some people
They
don't
were
like that, but
respectful.
I think that just makes the theater experience worth it. But some of this went way too far.
100%. If you're assaulting people by throwing drinks and food at them, you're going too far. But if they're just, having good time, yelling the one-liners, wooing when he says the thing, great. I'm a loud person at the theater. I laugh out loud. I said the quotes. But if somebody tells me like, hey, shut up, then I'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. It's my fault. I'm sorry for, being mean. Just own up to it. Sometimes in your excitement, you can go too far. And if you have a whole group of teenagers and you all have the idea of making a meme video for yourself, then 100% you can go way too far.
I'd love to know your guys' opinions and takeaway. What from the Minecraft situation do you think the studios are going to learn and try to replicate? What are movie theaters going to try to enforce or stop with these kind of screenings? I'd love to hear it all down below from you guys. But as always, you guys know,
So yeah, I think this was a great video from 3C. I think he made some great points. I didn't know about this Minecraft situation. And yeah, I think it just went too far. What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, subscribe to 3C. And if you don't know who he is, he makes great content. And maybe I will react to another video of his in the future. But that's it for me. Jack Black, Minecraft movie, forever. Doombot out, and have yourself a happy doomsday. Chicken Jockey, Flint and Steel. I am Steve.